Okay, of course. Good morning, everybody. So, on behalf of the MS Swaminathan Research Foundation and the Coastal Resources and Fisheries Program, I warmly welcome everybody to the MSS at 100 webinar series. We're now in session number 80 as we make our way towards 100. Yeah, that's really exciting. And so, MSSRF is celebrating the birth centenary of our founder, Professor MS Swaminathan, who is a global leader in agricultural science, food security, and sustainable development. So, the year long celebrations highlight his vision for sustainable and equitable growth through national events, farmers and fishers meet, regional level discussions, workshops, exhibitions, and melas. So, as part of the centenary celebrations, we're hosting this webinar series with the support of the HCL Foundation titled Celebrating Professor MS Swaminathan's Legacy in Fisheries and Coastal Resource Management. So today's topic is advancing coastal and marine conservation, impact and sustainability of the HCL Foundation initiatives. So it's my great pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, Dr. Adhavan, who is the lead of coastal and marine conservation at the HCL Foundation, which is the CSR arm of the HCL technology group. So his areas of expertise include coastal and marine biodiversity conservation, coral reef and seagrass restoration, climate change adaptation, marine protected area management, stakeholder engagement, and capacity building. His former roles include scientist at Climate Change Studies, program coordinator at Biodiversity UAE, project scientist at Wildlife Institute of India, and marine biologist at the Gujarat Forest Department. So he holds a PhD in ocean studies and marine biology from the Pondicherry Central University. Our partnership with HCL Foundation has been long standing, and I feel like being the 80th session is very, very fitting, like a great number as we make our way towards 100. So now I'm super happy to hand it over to Dr. Adhavan. Over to you.
Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. And good morning, everyone. Like, I can go to the topic, right? Yeah, okay. So, I'm turning off my camera since the bandwidth is very less for me. Thank you very much. Okay. So, once again, good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about the impact, the advance of coastal marine conservation, the activity what we have done uh, from HCL Foundation with our along with our partner. So before that, I would like to introduce about the coastal and marine ecosystem for some people who are new to this marine field. So in this, if you see the coastal marine ecosystem, there are very highly productive ecosystems are there that include estuary, mangrove, coral reef, and salt marsh, seagrass, meadows. Okay, how these ecosystems play important role is like estuary is the place where the river meets ocean, and there again we have a set of organisms that thrive there, and it also act as a feeding breeding ground for many commercially important fishes and birds, and this is the diversity. There are this enrich the diversity. And next comes mangroves. Mangroves are like we also can say this a tropical and subtropical region, and these mangroves they are salt tolerant plants that also has a set of organisms that plays very important role in protecting the coastal ecosystem, soil erosion, carbon sequestration, and again the feeding and breeding ground of many commercially important fishes like mud crab and other fishes. This mangrove ecosystem, it has a very good impact on sequestering the carbon, and again it also they have also a set of organism that decomposes the pollutants. And next comes like the coral reef, salt marsh, and seagrass meadow. So coral reef, we have seen the vibrant colors of coral reef. So again, coral reef is also called as rainforest of the sea. So they have they also play a very important role in carbon sequestration and um, ocean acidification, trapping the carbon in the ecosystem. And salt marshes. Many researchers and many people, they are may not know about what are the importance of the salt marsh. When the river flows, a river or water flows from different ecosystem, different system. So this water that will carry the pollutant. So this pollutant will be transported. I mean, will be run through all these ecosystems, like first salt marsh on the mangrove and estuaries. These ecosystems, they are in different setup. They play important role in filtering this water and breaking the complex substance into simpler form. And they also have the set of organisms in their ecosystem, salt marshes, coral, and seagrass meadow, and even the sand dunes. So all these are acting as a filters, and the clean water will enter into the coral reef or a next ecosystem, so where the coral reef thrives, and it also act as a feeding, breeding, and a home for many fishes and other organisms. So if you think, if any of this ecosystem is disturbed, ultimately other ecosystem is also will be disturbed. So all the ecosystems are interlinked, and this is how the nature has formed. And now in India, we know we have nearly 11,000 kilometers of coastline, as reported by Ministry of Home Affairs. So in this 11,000 kilometer, we have all these estuary, mangrove, coral, salt marsh, and seagrass. All these ecosystems are covered. So these ecosystems, they are under threat, that we know. No, so what are the threat? There are different threats. So we if you see the goods and service we get from the coastal and marine ecosystem, that is coastal protection, fisheries, livelihood, and tourism, and feeding, spawning ground, and water quality, and provide habitat for marine life. If anything happens to this ecosystem, ultimately the climate change impact is huge. And the mitigation, coastal reef, coastal ecosystem plays very important role in mitigating the climate change impact. So we need to protect this coastal ecosystem, and there are a lot of threat that is affecting this coastal ecosystem. One is pollution, second is climate change, and overfishing. So the pollution, we know what there are different type of pollution, and now plastic pollution is a major thing that is affecting. So in the forthcoming slides, we'll be seeing about the impact of the plastic pollution and what the HCL Foundation is initiated, and how what are the strategies we are adapted to mitigate this pollution and the climate change, and this carbon sequestration. Okay. According to FAO, uh, over 1,000, 174,000 fishing gears are currently operating along the Indian coast, and approximately 15,076 tons of fishing gears are getting abandoned, and it is uh, abandoned or discarded or lost by the fisher folk along the Indian coast. So now, HL Foundation, we in order to protect this ecosystem, we have thought why don't we work on this mitigating this marine debris and marine fishing. Ghost gears. So how we can start this work is initially. Yeah. Before that, I would like to say about the impact of this plastic pollution. So what happens, people may think plastics are getting drained into the sea, and what is happening to me, how I'm affected due to this plastic. So either it is a ghost net or marine debris or any plastic, or the plastic whatever we are using in day-to-day life or whatever, when it is thrown in into the nature either. It is not that we are directly throwing into the sea. If you are throwing in in our vicinity or not managed properly, it is get drained directly to the sea during rainy season, during river runoff. Somehow it will be like the sea is a final sink for all pollution. So like these plastics, they are like categorized into three different types when it enters into the sea. That is a macroplastic, mesoplastic, and microplastic. So a macroplastic is large large substances, like when it is like not broken, the huge one. It is when it is not decompose, I mean when it is directly drained into the sea, it also has impact in the sea. And mesoplastic is it is small visible when this microplastic are broken during the transportation or during weathering or during any process. When it's broken into small pieces, then it is called a mesoplastic. So microplastic, again, it is microplastic is invisible, like it is like we cannot see through the naked eye. When it is again further taken into weathering, or it is like different other physical processes, physical or chemical processes, it will become very small. The small this broken plastic will become a small minute granule, and this will enter into sea. So how this is going to affect is when if any substance is thrown into the sea. Sea has his own style. We know uh, there are a set of microorganisms will first settle on the any floating substance. Okay, so same thing will happen to this plastic also. Like when the plastic enters into the sea, either it can be a macro or meso or micro, a set of slime layer will be formed by the algae. The algae will be settled over this plastic, and this algae, they start producing dimethyl sulfate. So this dimethyl sulfate gives a smell of this is a typical smell of algae. So many organisms like krill or small zooplankton or even the birds, they get attracted towards this plastic due to this dimethyl sulfate smell. So this smell attract them, and they will think this as a food. Okay, and they consume this. So like the birds can directly consume the macroplastic or mesoplastic, or when it become a microplastic, again the zooplankton, that the krill or something will feed on that, and the birds, again the larger species, next trophic level organism will feed on those things. So now the plastic bioaccumulation or biomagnification happens in the ecosystem. So when these plastics, like the mesoplastic or macroplastic, they are taken by the birds, and these birds cannot digest this, and it will choke their uh, respiratory tract or digestive tract. And sometimes this floating cover, this we most of us, we know this how this plastic cover are impacting the sea turtle. So sea turtle sometimes they think this as jellyfish, and they consume it, and it get choked into their respiratory or digestive system. So this is how this ecosystem is affected. So once this ecosystem is affected, there is no like a predator, or there's no balance in the ecosystem. So this will affect the cycle of the regular climate cycle. Next, so as I said before, like how the plastic is entering into the sea. So plastic littered in the environment, like whatever, like mismanagement, like improper management. This plastic, then it is carried by the wind or water or flood to the sea, and directly discard. And sometimes there are people, they directly discard like marine debris, this plastic or cloth made up of synthetic material direct into the sea. So that thing we can see in a lot of like during rituals happening in Gulf of Mannar region. And there are also some fishing nets discarded in the sea by mistake, or different uh, process. So we from this all these pictures, like we can see this all these pictures are taken from India. So this is the current status of marine debris in Rameshwaram, Gulf of Mannar, Orissa, and uh, Andhra Pradesh, wherever we work. Okay, and like this plastic debris, this plastic bags and other cloths and all, they are getting accumulated in the subtidal region that is near to the shore where the fish will usually feeds on. So this will alter the ecosystem there, since they have some chemical composition. When it react with the heat or the salt, they also release some toxic chemicals that will affect the fishes which is grazing on that subtitle region. And sometimes even the fish also will avoid that, and the total fishing ground is also will be changed. And this directly affect the socio-economic status of the fisher folk and the economic status of the country. uh, yeah, so we follow some strategy. So initially we thought how merely cleaning off this plastics again it will work, but later on anyway this will get accumulated, all these plastics. So we want to address this in the grassroots level. So initially first we thought marine debris mitigation. So we want to approach the community. So community, fisherman community, they are the first stakeholders, so who are directly interacting with the sea, and like whatever happens, like they are the first people who are who addressing the impact happening in the marine ecosystem. So community-based cleanup, volunteer-based beach cleanup, and island cleanup we have initiated. So along with the partners, you can see the logos of the partners in the slide, whom we are working with. So along with these partners, we have initiated a few activities, and we have started interacting with the community. So community, they are benefited, and they are also engaged in this activity. So again, ghostnet is another threat to the uh, coastal ecosystem. So how we can address the ghost net? So ghost net retrieval is another program. So whenever we are retrieving the ghost nets, it is normally what happened, where, we keep on taking the ghost nets, and it will get accumulated. So anyway, the fisher folk, they are the first, as I said before, they are the first people who are getting affected by this ghost gear pollution in the ecosystem. Uh, so the fishing ground and the fisheries, it's also affected by these ghost nets. So we started incentivizing the uh, ghost net retrieval. So how this work is, when fisherman goes to the sea, many times he may they may come without fish, or with fish, and they may see this ghost nets. So sometimes they bring back the ghost net, a ghost net, they have the market. Some some people will the market which is available at present is like they recycle the ghost nets. And there are some ghost nets which is not taken by this people, the available market, which is completely entangled with different types of net. So we focused on that. So we said you bring back that ghost nets, like whatever net it's available, and we will pay back you a certain amount, so that the fisherman will not be in loss. Like when he is spending this money on fuel, or his effort bringing this ghost net, it will be paid. Okay. And we also initiated underwater retrieval of ghost nets. Initially we have initiated with volunteer activity. So we invited certified divers uh, in India to participate in this ghost net retrieval mitigation. And then we had a partnership with Gompat, and we have trained nearly 10 fisher folk fishing community with scuba diving and to involve them directly in this activity, retrieval of ghost nets. So this is win-win situation. Like when we are trained them with our cost, they need not to pay any money, so they can use the skill for their career development as well. And along with the career, they also can retrieve the ghost underwater ghost net, and which will done under the supervision of forest department. So this is setup we have created. And next is mangrove and shelter bed. So we know like a mangrove and shelter bed, like that is also very important ecosystem. It is under threat, and like many places, it is getting degraded due to uh, like uh, mm, climate change and natural calamities. So we have restored, we started restoring the mangrove. That is also again a community-based activity where the women group will be focused more. So in all this activity, we give first priority to women. Why? Because women is if we build the capacity of a women, then the information will be passed and taken to the next generation as well when compared to male. So that is why we focusing women, and we also giving all alternate livelihood for the community members to involve in this activity. And the community awareness, like we also initiated community awareness for workshop training and consultation program for the all the stakeholders who are actively involved in this initiative. And we also strengthen the organizations. We have donated survey cum diving boat for the forest department Gobad, and we have also developed a segregation center and debris collection vehicle and scuba diving equipment for this stakeholders to ensure the ghost net or marine debris retrieval activities in progress with not stopping without any hindrance. And we also had organization collaboration with different departments forest department, colleges, schools, so that the information can be take on to next level. And the community also strengthened, and the stakeholder consultation also well taken during this activity. So now it comes our initiatives. So we are operating in five different states: Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, and West Bengal. So on different aspect, we are working ghost mitigation, marine debris mitigation, mangrove restoration, and community reach. These are the different activities we are working. And till now, we have retrieved nearly 331,000 marine debris, that is including ghost net, and nearly 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh mangrove and shelter bed have we have planted. We have 7 partners working on this thing. And incentivizing fisher folk and underwater retrieval, it is main strategy. We work for ghost and mitigation and marine debris mitigation. We involve the coastal community and to clean up the beaches and water-based beach claims, so that the community will take the ownership of their beaches. So whenever they see apart from this program, whenever they are into the beaches for other activity, so they will be taking the ownership of the beach, and they will be uh, like uh, cleaning the beach without uh, anyone's instruction. And mangrove restoration, again, we use the community based restoration thing. As I said before, women focused group are involved in this mangrove restoration activity. Sorry. So the awareness program, So we also did the awareness program, like what are the mitigation measures and what are the things, like awareness program will be carried out for all the fisher folk and the community members who are involved in this mangrove and marine debris or ghost mitigation programs. So this awareness program, this include their safety and their and will be addressing their difficulties and the importance of the coastal ecosystem and other things like whatever they require. And after our we have successfully completed our mangrove registration in Andhra Pradesh Chunagalapalam region, and we also developed SOP for to study the mangrove and shelter bed plantation there. So this gives us the status of the mangrove and the current status of the mangrove, and that can and that enhance the biodiversity which is associated with the mangrove ecosystem there. And the key highlights is as I said before, we have initiated the mangrove and marine debris, and last year this graph says marine debris for the marine debris and mangrove for the last years last financial year. So what we do in this after uh, like after completing the mangrove restoration, so there will be a maintenance. So when the women will be involved in mangrove restoration, like right from the developing the nursery till plantation, and maintenance will be taken care by women. After 3 years, so 3 years is year we have kept that to be a sustainable thing. Till 3 years we'll be monitoring the growth of the mangrove, and after 3 years the site will be handed over to the community for the they will be taking care of that. So the benefit what they are getting from that ecosystem will be directly dedicated to the community who involved there. And we also initiated volunteer beach cleanup activities like involving school and college students. This is also part of awareness program. And we may think like what will happen when we are collecting the ghost net and this marine debris. Of course they have some market, and they some product I mean some ghost nets and something which they don't have market will be will be converted will be upcycled by the community members. So the community women are trained and to develop some value added product from the ghost nets or marine debris, and we also show the platform for selling that. And again the community students also were engaged in the ocean art session. So this is also part of awareness program. Yeah, and in addition to that, MSRF, they have developed an app, Fisher Friend app. So as a part of HCL Foundation initiative, like we have added a feature called ghost nets in that app. So that this app is effectively used by the fisher folk to find the fishing ground and to know the weather forecast and many other things we can see in the picture. And there will be one more column called ghost net location. So when the fisher folk they are venturing into the sea for fishing, if they see a ghost net is floating or got entangled in the bottom in any rocky shore, so they will try to retrieve if it is possible. So when the ghost nets are huge and they're not and if they're not able to retrieve, so they will mark the location in the this fishery friend app, and they will enter the so that later on our team or MSRF team or other people who are using this the retrieval team, they can spot out this point and they can retrieve the ghost nets. We can see this features enabling the rapid ghost net removal through location and visual data, and ghostal tackling timely cleanup will be happen. So till now, we have marked nearly 110 ghost net gear points in the Gulf of Mannar region. So what is next? Like when we when we retrieve this ghost net, as I said before, there is a chance for upcycling. So we try to do upcycling of this material ghost net. So the fisher folk, fisher women, they started creating some art and craft from this ghost net. So the purpose of this thing is like we have to keep this ghost net in a place where it will not affect the ecosystem. So it has to stay in the shell for a long time. So this is the methodology. So if you make some art or something like that, it it will be kept in the showcase for a long time. So at least for some duration we can stop the impact of this plastic into the sea. And like you can see from this picture, like you can see in the last right, the students are sitting and chatting. So the bench is where what they're sitting is made from ghost nets. So this is in Karnataka. So again, you can see two boys are holding a board. So this board is also made from ghost net, like compressing, shredded and compressed, and made, and this can be used for different purposes. So yeah, mangrove restoration. So how this mangrove restoration, the how it was working is like first, we'll be like the partner will be working on to select this site for suitable site. So baseline studies will be carried out to whether this site is, and then the proper permission will be acquired from the concerned authority of either it can be a village panchayat or forest department or whoever. So the proper permission will be acquired to carry out the mangrove plantation. Then the community women will be trained for this mangrove plantation. They'll be taught how to do this, maintain the nursery, and like a plantation, and different techniques involved in plantation. So again, when they start raising the nursery, they can sell this sapling, the nursery raised sapling, to the any other agency who require for plantation. So this is also an alternate livelihood in addition to the plantation. So this mangrove plantation site is completely maintained by the women group, so that like the women group in that male or always engage in fishing or other activities. So the women, they they are being involved in this activity during this low tide, and this planting activity, so that during the capacity building also they have been taught like what is the importance, and this information will be passed to their children. They'll be discussing this among the community, like these are the importance, and that we should protect. So this is how the information get disseminated with the people. Next is yeah, marine debris. So you can see how this marine this plastic, what change is happening in the plastic. As I said before, this dimethyl sulfate produced by the marine algae, which is coated over the plastic, which is consumed by marine organisms including birds, sea turtle, or uh, any larger fishes. So how this ghost net is getting more entangled is, we know, when the fisher folk, they go for fishing. So there are a lot of now Tamil Nadu fisher department started making this artificial reef uh, to act as a fish aggregating device, so in order to reduce the travel cost for the fisherman. So the fisherman can get the fishing ground near to the artificial reef formed. So usually these rocks and all, they are they are the place where this commercially important fish will come and feed on the algae, and to feed them, like a larger fish will come, and this is how the fisheries work. So when the fisher folk, they are operating the nets, it get entangled in the rock or artificial reef, and it is difficult for them to remove that. So when it is discarded, then this fish, the organism, the fishes which is browsing near to that rock and artificial reef, get entangled. Sea turtle, or like a whale shark, which has come to feed on the other organism or phytoplankton, whatever. they get entangled because this ghost net is invisible in that sea, which is made up of monofilament or difilament. Okay, then this is how the marine ecosystem affected. Now we can say like what bothers me, why human being have to save this. There are environmentalists who are really concerned about that. And other thing is, like, when the plastic is broken and it may make us it is broken into microplastic, it is consumed by small fish or large fish, and then the fish is consumed by human. Then the plastic will get accumulated in human body. We can see the biomagnification or bioaccumulation in human body. And again, we know that there are set of chemicals in the plastic that when it react with a hormone or chemical in our body, it will create a dangerous combination. So these are the fact, microplastic are one of the reason for cancer inducing property. It has cancer inducing property. And it is there in the fishes nowadays. And recent research says, like, even the salt is also contaminated with microplastics. So, in order to reduce this microplastic, we have to do proper management. And conservation is very, very important. uh, yeah, next slide is, yeah. So how the when we approach the community, the partners, they have very good rapport with the community. This the activity, when it is initiated by the at different location, either Tamil Nadu or Orissa or Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh. The partners, they build a good rapport with the community. And they since they are teaching them what is the importance of the marine debris, and what are the consequences faced by the fisher folk, and later on their future generation also will be affected by this activity. So they are very much concerned about this. After the capacity building and reaching the local community, they are very much involved in this activity. Even the housewife, during their free time, they are getting involved in this cleanup activity and this thing. There are many things. It is still under study. The impact of plastic in coral reef ecosystem. If we have any students or people who are working on coastal marine ecosystem conservation are in this meeting, means like we can take up any research on the impact of plastic on marine on the coral reef ecosystem. So again, there are researches proved that that the chemical release from the plastic are reversing the sex of many fishes. That is called imposex. So like the male is turned into female, and where the female is more, sorry, the female is turned to male, and the male population is more, and there's no breeding happening, and the population of the fish is getting decreased. This study from was reported from Gujarat, Alang, where the boat breaking is happening. The impact of the toxic chemical release from the plastics and paints are reversing the sex of these organisms. So we can do the studies of what exactly happening in the coral reef ecosystem. We know the coral, they have extended polyp. They feed on free flowing zooplankton or phytoplankton. Well, again, this microplastic, when it is coated by the marine algae, so the dimethyl sulfide will be the glue for this coral polyp to feed on that. So a lot of the research says this, the microplastics are being fed by the polyps in the by the coral. And again, still impact of the coral, the microplastic in the coral is less studied, whether it is completely digested or the coral reef are affected. Again, already coral reef are under stress due to climate change and global warming. So this can be taken up. And yeah, there are also like associated organisms, coral associated, like parrotfish or other many fishes associated. They're also affected by the marine debris and uh, uh, plastic covers, which is directly left into the ecosystem. So So I have a scene like crab burrows are seen. There are the plastics when the discarded plastic. Hello.
Yeah, I muted the audience person. You can continue, Dr. Anu.
Yeah, okay. So this plastics, they are covering the burrow of the crabs, and the crab, they play very important role in digging the burrow and the gas exchange that the biogeocycle happening in the intertidal region is taken care of mud skipper and the crabs. So this is completely affected when when any foreign particle like plastics goes and covers over the burrows. So, and thank you very much. And I would like to quote this quote by Jane Goodall. So, only if we understand, we can care. Only if we care, we will help, we shall be saved. So we need to understand the ecosystem around us. So first, we should not say like it is not bothering me. Like, see, I'm staying somewhere in the landlocked area, and so I need not to bother about the sea. It is not like that. Whatever happens in the land is finally affecting in the sea. So we need to understand how this ecosystem setup is interlinked and how it is working, and then we can understand what is the problem happening there, and how we are affected when something happening in the sea, why the people in the land like in Delhi is affected. So how the climate change and how this thing affected, what you should understand. And once you understand, you can save yourself if you work towards it. Yes, thank you very much for patiently listening.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Adhavan. I think that was a very insightful presentation. Over the course of these 80 webinars, we've also been learning a lot about plastic pollution, and I think your talk tied in very well into the implementation aspect of it. So I think that a lot of people would have appreciated. Now I like open the floor for questions for Dr. Adhavan about his presentation. Like, feel free to unmute and ask as well. And if there are many questions, just raise your hand and we can go one by one. But I really encourage you to use this time that he's taken from his schedule to be here with us to ask questions. Think I might ask a question myself then. I think it's in relation to what are future areas that you see the HCL Foundation working in. So obviously marine plastic pollution and mangroves is a key one. So any other areas of coastal resilience and coastal conservation that you're looking to go into as future plans?
Yeah, thank you for that question, Gayatri. So, yeah, we are looking into many different aspects, and we also need to understand the feasibility and the importance. So, there are many organizations, they are working on the different aspect, and we should not repeat that same activity. So, either we can collaborate with the organization, and or we can do something which is not done by others, so that the activity should not repeated, and this thing. So we are trying to explore how to involve the youth coastal, along the community, and we are still working on it, and we'll be doing some activity on that as well.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the audience? Do you have any closing comments, Dr. Alavan, before because I don't see any other questions I might.
Yeah, closing comments. I thank everyone for this, for patiently listening, and MSRF team for this opportunity. And yeah, that's all. Yeah, as I said during the presentation, if we have any researchers, we really need to work on the impact of this plastic on different ecosystem. It is less studied, and yeah, of course, taxonomy and other aspect is also important, but the developing the technology is also important. So we need to work on many things. So that's what my personal comment. Thank you.
Yes. I'm actually a circular economy specialist. I've been working in plastics for the past 5 years, so I'll share my webinar as well as one more we had with the researcher from the Andamans. He's working with hermit crabs, so I think there's a lot of opportunity for collaboration, a lot of plastic specialists in this group. So I think I don't see any other questions. If anybody does have a question after the session, please reach out to me. More than happy to like forward your questions, collect them, because I do think it's important to make use of these sort of spaces to really engage, and we can work on that going forward. So thank you so much, Dr. Adhavan, for really patiently explaining everything that you do at the HCL Foundation, and a warm thanks from all of us at MSSRF. So I also would like to thank the HCL Foundation for their renewed support for the coastal resources and fisheries program, as well as this webinar series. And a special thanks to all the participants for joining us. And with that, I conclude today's webinar. So the next webinar is tomorrow at the same time. So please do, I do encourage you to like listen more actively and come with more questions as well going forward. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Thank you
Dr.
very
Adit.
much. Thank
Yeah.
you.